I'm here in Kathmandu, Nepal, and I'd like to share my story of the journey between Bali, Indonesia, getting to Kathmandu, Nepal. I had a layover in Malaysia, and it was quite a bit of time. And for the most part, I was always in communication with my friend back in the US. She was just making sure I was okay. When I was in Malaysia, I was like, what am I doing? I'm all by myself. I'm going to a country that just had complete devastation. I'm listening to this voice. Am I insane or what? um, then it was probably an hour before my flight was supposed to take off. I saw this group of males and I thought they were Indian. And once I saw them, like all of a sudden I became really sick. Like my stomach hurt, my head felt like this pressure. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not well, something's wrong. And then I just tried to breathe it out and just remain calm. And then I had to go to my gate. And I saw the same guys, and I saw a whole bunch more of these guys. And then that's when I realized, oh, they're not Indian, they're Nepali. And all these guys are going back to Nepal to see their families. It's very common for Nepali men to work abroad. And this was the first flight into Nepal since the earthquake. So they were all going back to be with their families. And it was very intense energy. I'm a medium, so I realized at that point all that bombarding I was feeling were their family members. These were people who had passed on, and that's typically what I would feel if I was in my medium class, or I was in an area where there had been a lot of deaths. It's just this bombardment of people trying to communicate to me. So once I realized why I was feeling sick, I had to power down, because it was just very overwhelming, and just say, you know, I know you want to communicate, but right now is not the moment. Once we all moved into the area, it was pretty much 99% Nepali men, guys, an Asian girl, and me and a white couple. So I was just like, and you know, I'm by myself. Everyone's staring at me like, what is she doing? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I was like, you know, either I'm just like completely crazy, or this is going to turn into something so beautiful and beyond anything I've ever experienced. Again, I was being guided to go, and that was why I was going. Once I got on the airplane, there was a lot of chatter, you know, it was a lot of, their energy was like, they were stressed, it was like they just wanted to be home with their family. A lot of talking, and I started to feel sick again on the plane, and I thought, well, maybe I should meditate right now. So I just went into meditation. I closed my eyes and focused on my breathing, and this is how beautiful Nepali people are. All it took was one person to see me in meditation, and he was like, shh, 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 like, you got everyone. Like, they were all blah, 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 blah. Once this one guy quiets some of them, they all stopped. And it was complete silence for me to meditate. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, these people are amazing. So then, when I came out of it, then they resumed it. Blah, 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 they're back to talking. And I thought, wow. So once we were landing, we had to actually keep circling Kathmandu. There were a lot of storms going on, and it was a turbulent ride. Finally we're coming in, and that's when I started to get really scared, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to expect. But again, the Nepali people are beautiful. The plane lands, and this young guy looks at me, and he's like, I take care of you. And I was just like, oh, thank you. How incredibly sweet. So he helps me with my bags. We have to take a shuttle. I think we took a shuttle in. He made sure I got a seat. He took care of my bags there. He helped me into the actual airport. He waited with me to get my bags. He was with his brother, and they waited for me. And we went through even the whole visa process, and the whole time he was there taking care of me. So even though I'm in a foreign country, I'm scared, I'm like, what am I doing? It was like I didn't have to worry about anything. It was like I always had angels there taking care of me. I wish I would have got his information, but I didn't at the time. I don't think I had we just didn't exchange information. But and then from there, my brother Santos took over, and he brought me to the hotel and took care of me since up until that point. And then Sanjay came in, and then he took care of me, and then I went back to the U.S. So, even coming here, a lot of people were very upset with me. They were saying I was irresponsible and that I didn't value my life, and that some people stopped talking to me because they were scared. But in this life, my North Node is in Sagittarius, and so that means I'm here to really follow that higher guidance. And I'm glad I did, because in the end, it was, scary, but at the same time, the most profound experience I have ever had in my life. And the most soul opening, and it just shifted who I was on every level. To go back to what happened when I got cracked open, when I went back to the States, I was with my friends at a bookstore, and we were in the self-help section, and I always say to my peeps, just take me to where you want me to go, like what book do you want me to have? And I let them take my hand. And it took me to a book, and it was a book of inspirational quotes, and I said, just take me to where you want me to go. And it took me to this page, and the quote was, the heart that cracks open can contain the universe. And that was my answer.
Sky.
The day driving down the mountain, it was like I was able to crack open on such a deep level that it was, then to come back here and be with the children, it was a deep love and compassion that I don't know that I could ever have experienced in the States. So for people to be mad at me, I don't care. I followed my heart and my guidance, and it led me to the most beautiful experience I could ever have. And because of that, I'd always say, I think I've done everything I came here to do. If I were to die, I would die very happy and feel complete, and with a lot of gratitude. So all I could say is, this journey, I thought I was coming back to help Nepali people, but in the end, they helped me. They helped me to see a whole new way of living, and of being, and of just, I don't know. It's just very part of their nature, their movement. It's just always a very spiritual process for them, and that's what I learned, and that's, I think, why this whole journey had to take place. So, and for that I say